Hello, my name is Ed Collier, and in this video, I am going to go over a new process of how to prevent counterfeiting. And there are factors with this, several factors in place. Now, counterfeiting, it's a huge problem for almost every industry. Well, you have the counterfeit currency, counterfeit alcohol, counterfeit tobacco, counterfeit clothes, counterfeit shoes, counterfeit gold, counterfeit silver, counterfeit TVs, counterfeit weapon, military equipment, counterfeit nearly everything. And in a supply chain, there are a lot of moving parts. And with the past solutions, there are some very big gaps, logical gaps in trying to stop counterfeiting. And without going into details, what most of the previous applications tried to do was put a device on top of a product and said that their product couldn't be counterfeited, right? So what do I mean by that? They would put like a QR code on a product or a RF, what is it, RFID on a product and say that that couldn't be counterfeited. But the fact of the matter is that it can be if $100 bill can be counterfeited, then nearly anything else can also be counterfeited. On top of that, when you have a closed system like most of my competition has, you have to log in and you have to create an account, and there are several steps that a business owner or manufacturer must take. However, in this solution, it's going to be an easier process, a simpler process from one point of the supply chain all the way down to the end of the supply chain, if it ever ends. Because the supply chain can go on, and you never know when a supply chain ends. It actually never really ends if you think about it. Because let's say you have what can we use? We can use a gold bar. The gold comes from a mining company that gets sold to or bought by a processor, and the processor processes the gold, molds it, and that processor could sell it out to other users. Okay, so you have the mining company, you have the processor, then that processor may sell it to a retail store or a distributor, and that distributor may sell it to a retail store, or that distributor may send it to a customer directly. And that customer, after 5 years, that customer may decide to sell that gold bar to a pawn shop, and that pawn shop decides to sell that bar to a new customer, and that new customer gives that gold bar, loses that gold bar in a bet, and he has to give that gold bar to whoever he lost the bet to. And the supply chain from that gold bar, that one gold bar that started off at the mining company, is basically never ending, right? So there needs to be a platform that allows that supply chain to go on indefinitely. And no other platform offers this. And we are going to go through the process on how this works, how easy it is, and how inexpensive it is, and how convenient it is, and how most importantly, how secure it is. All right. So let's get started. First, we're going to go with the view as the product owner. Okay. Then, second, we're going to introduce you to the platform. Third, we're going to talk about signing transactions into the chain. And fourth, we are going to view it as the end user. Now, the view as a product owner. In this example, we're going to use gold, but we can use anything as an example. It could be vapes, it could be tobacco products, pharmaceutical products, you name it, currency, and it all applies. As the product owner of Ed's Gold Bars, that's the name of my company, and you see the picture of gold bars here. And over here, we have the NWA, which stands for New World Address, at Ed's Gold. And my notarized official signature equals 1MI6H, followed by some numbers and letters. And we'll go over that in just a moment. But just remember that this has been notarized by an actual notary, and this has also been sent to the governing bodies, such as if you're dealing with pharmaceuticals, you would send that to a governing body like the DEA. And if you're dealing with tobacco or alcohol, you'd send it to, or firearms, you send it to the ATF, just to let them know that, hey, this is my address, my official signature. And again, we'll get into that in a moment, but just keep that in mind. All right, now let's keep moving. This here is a shipping label or shipping information. All right, and this is from my point of view as the product owner. Remember, we're doing this first from the product owner's view. All right, so we have sourced from Barack Gold, and they have their NWA at Barack.gold. That's where this gold was sourced from, okay, in this example. And who am I shipping to? I'm shipping to Ronnie Smith at 344 West Street, New York, New York, 83948. This is a fictitious address. And shipping company using Brinks. Tracking number BR57, etc. Amount 299,000 bars of gold. The date is today's date, 7/16/2024, and Ronnie's NWA code is NWA at Ronnie's Place, and Ronnie's signature is 1DCID. Okay, so whenever Ronnie, this individual, sends a gold bar to a customer, he's going to sign it with his signature. All right, but we'll get to that in just a moment. And here we go. Down here we have Mike's Gold. FedEx tracking number 234566773R55, and that website is getting 5 gold bars. And the date, today's date, and his NWA code is Mike's Gold, and this is Mike's signature. Okay, so this is a sample delivery for Ed's Gold Bars. Now, the solution to counterfeiting, one of the most effective solutions to counterfeiting is one word, okay? And that word is transparency. When things are transparent, everyone can see what's going on. And that is what all of the other platforms and other attempts at solving counterfeits have been missing. And this is only being brought to you by New World Address. Okay, an open platform. There's no sign-in, no registration, no downloads. It's all visible in the public eye. All right, let's continue. So we have our information here. Now, why is this important? And how is this involving transparency? Because as a customer, if you go to, these are the only two people, or the only two entities that have Ed's Gold Bars. Okay? If you go to johnsmith.com, and John Smith says that he has Ed's Gold Bars, but johnsmith.com is not able to provide any sort of chain of where he got those from, then John Smith is out of the chain. Okay? But we'll touch on this later. All right, so this is my billing, this is my distribution sheet. You can call it shipping sheet, authorized dealer sheet, because your product, my product, Ed's Gold Bars, if, let's say, if I'm dealing with Amazon, I have a contract with Amazon, and I say, Amazon, you can only buy, if I allow you to carry my gold bars, you can only buy from entities that are on my site, on Ed's Gold, signed by me. Okay? If you break the contract and you buy from John Smith, or you buy from Ted's Black Gold or what have you, then Amazon is violating the contract. They're in breach of the contract. So Amazon or whoever else has to be connected to this chain to have official Ed's Gold Bars. But we're going to get into this in just a moment. So let's go to the site, newworldaddress.com. And we're going to go to Ed's Gold. Okay? We're going to go to Ed's Gold. All right. So now we're at Ed's Gold. And this is my official, it's new, but this is my official demo example site. All right. So what do I do now as an owner? I've already registered my signature with the notary. I've already informed the governing bodies what my signature is. So now it's time to shake and bake. So I am going to post my shipping label to my NWA address. All right. We are going to embed our shipping sheet on chain. Now let's go take a look at Ed's Gold. Search. Here is our shipping. Right here, on chain. Everything that we did. We have officially signed by 1MI6, which is my official, notarized official signature that has been registered with all governing bodies and can be sent to distributors, to all of the interested parties beforehand, before it is signed onto the blockchain. Okay, so now we have our code. It was a simple HTML file that we uploaded, and now we're going to introduce you to the platform, which was number 2. Now what I did was, well, what we're looking at here is we're looking at newworldaddress.com, which is the platform that you will be using to stop counterfeiting. Okay, so let's take a look here. In the red box, we have, that's where we search. And in the middle area, the NWA code. Let's briefly go over the NWA code. The NWA code is can be a group of numbers, letters, symbols, whatever you can come up with can be an NWA code. So the easy one that I put in here, and one you should not use, is something like beta testing. Okay, now if we type in beta testing, this would be the address right here. Okay, but being that there are no funds at beta testing, you can type in any number of different characters, however many characters you want. It can be as complicated as you want. But one thing to remember is that you must remember your code. So let's say you could type it in here. So you can see Bob.Smith.12-12-12, and you can use this whole thing as an NWA code. You can use just the beginning, copy this, and it's going to give you this address, 16DW, or you can use in this whole set of characters, and that will be your NWA code. It will give you this. Whatever you do, make sure to test it out first. Once you fund your NWA code with a couple sats, and there are videos on how to send sats to an address, but there are no registrations, no signups, no downloads. Okay. In the blue box, we're not going to talk about the blue box here, not for this discussion. So we have our shipping, distribution, everything in here. Okay. Now, let's say as a business owner, to sign or to put something on your NWA address, which is mine is Ed's Gold, yours might be Bob's Vapes or what have you. All you need to do is you can just type in here if you want. You can keep it simple. Hello. If you want to buy, I could have put this in well, I'll show you how to do it. If you want to buy gold directly from Ed, call 407-555-5555, and I can put this in the chain. So I'm going to hit send. Once I hit send, this right here will go into its own entry. And it's also going to have my signature. So we go back here, Ed's Gold. Here it is right here. Hello, if you want to buy gold directly from Ed, call 407-555-5555. Okay. And we scroll down a little bit more, we'll see my previous entry. Okay, now this is on chain. It's an immutable ledger. All right. And you can search, like we've just put that in there. Now let's put something else in there. Let's refresh. We refresh New World address. It's going to take us to Orlando. But we're going to put something else in Ed's bar. Ed's bar. Oh, what is it? Ed's Gold. Sorry. Search Ed's Gold. What you can do, I like using html.am. Okay. Let me clear this. It's very simple. I don't know why I just did that. Buy gold report all counterfeits here or on NWA fake Ed's Gold. All right, so now we have this. Buy gold directly from Ed's Gold and save 20%. Call 407-555-5555. Check to confirm. Signed address is 1MI6. Report all counterfeits here or on NWA at Fake Ed's Gold. Okay. And I can also put in a link as well. And source, we're going to copy the HTML and we're going to go to New World address, paste it in here. Send. Now we just put in a new site for our stream, Ed's Gold. And we see right here it's signed by 1MI6, which matches this right here. So this, now customers, let's go to customers view. Let's go to customers view. That's the last one, okay? End users view. Someone wants to buy Ed's Gold. But if you have a site, you can say these are my official distributors, right? And let's talk about a distributor, okay? Because that could be an end user. Let's say Ronnie's Place. Now I'm Ronnie. Up here, type in Ronnie's Place in the red box. Hit search. Of course, Ronnie's Place is going to be empty because this is the first time we're seeing Ronnie's Place. But we're going to go ahead and do Ronnie something right. Let's go here. And we're going to say your place. So now we're at Ronnie's Place, and we're going to paste in our HTML. And now we are going to sign to make sure that everything matches. It should be the 1DC signature. Search. Yes, indeed, 1DC and 1DC. Check signature. So everything is good. So now the customer, the end user, this could be your website or Ronnie's website, right? So the end user can go and see if his gold is actually from Ed's Gold, right? He has the New World address of Ed's Gold. You can go here and go here, check out Ed's Gold, and he scrolls down and he sees Ronnie Smith. He sees the address, and he also sees his signature. All right. So when Ronnie sells a bar of gold, go back to Ronnie. Go to Ronnie's Place. He sees the same address here. See the same address here. And let's say this customer wants to confirm, well, I mean, this is his number right here, and there's no way that anyone else could have produced this signature here because it's on Ronnie's own creation. So no one else could have created this signature. Okay? And let's say a customer wants to communicate with Ronnie. I'm going to ask, how many bars do you have left? And you can communicate right on the stream. So I just sent I was a customer and I just sent a message to Ronnie at Ronnie's place. Let's see what the message says. We're going to refresh. Right here. How many gold bars do you have left? Right? And when Ronnie sells a gold bar, he needs to document it on his stream. $55 gold bars sold to customer 238TT5, right? Now that can be as intricate or as vague as Ed's Gold wants him to be, because distributors are going to need to be transparent as well. So I'm going to send. So now search Ronnie. Ronnie sold 55 gold bars to this customer here. All right. So now we know the inventory. Everybody knows the inventory that Ron has left. Right? The original was 299,000 bars. Now it's minus 55. Okay? So this is going to prevent distributors from selling more than what they have. Right? And it's going to keep everything transparent, which is important. So that is the supply chain from the miner to the minter to the distributor, and finally to the customer. And this chain is basically endless, because that customer is going to say, hey, I'm customer 234TT, and it's also going to show in the customer's New World address as well. So that customer will be able to confirm, or the customer can get verification again. He can say, hey, he can call Ronnie and say, Ronnie, didn't you sell me, 55 bars? And Ronnie can put that in the blockchain and say, I sold John Doe 55 gold bars on today, July 17th, 2024. And he puts that in the blockchain. And that is a continuation of the supply chain. So, and this can go on indefinitely. It's all open source, it's all transparent, and it's all public. All right. So please leave any comments below if you have any questions. And thank you for watching.